Hey, what's going on, traders? Todd here. Welcome to the free video update. It's now Tuesday afternoon, May 14th, and quiet markets, but there's some kind of crazy, fun, themes and stories going on. I was on CNBC this morning early. We were talking about the meme stocks, resurgence of GameStop, and I was on nice and early this morning, talked about that. I just wrote an article for CNBC about Celsius, another stock that we've talked about. Actually, I think I did a free video last week with you. That stock was up about 5%, but I want to talk about another one that we've been holding, ON. So this is OnCloud ON Holdings, which is a Swiss-based athletic shoemaker. They, I think, are gaining all sorts of market share. Very comfortable shoes. Like before I tore my Achilles skiing, they were the only shoe that I could run on the treadmill and be comfortable on. And all my middle-aged suburban fathers, we all wear them. It was a lot of people sort of associated with Roger Federer. He was with Nike, left, and then he invested in ON, and it's a company that has not done much on the stock price, but there's a few things coming together that caused us to get long the stock. I have options on, I'll show you that. We have stock on. Earnings came out and they crushed it, and they're up pretty big today. So let's go into, I'll show you what's going on, and I think the breakout is still going. So this isn't like here's what we did. So I have stock and options on. We had a call fly going up. The stock closed at about $30 yesterday. Reported earnings this morning closed at 36.28, so it was up like 15-18%. So we had a 31, 35, 39 call fly on. So about $1,900. You can look right here. Original risk about 780. I have stock on in this account, but I have it in other accounts that I've held for prior to this. I just put this on today. So all good there. The technical setup, we'll come back to it. I show you where we think we're going. I want to show you a little bit of the background of the shoe industry. You wouldn't think it was a good trading sub-industry group within consumer discretionary, but it is. There's some movers in there. So we're looking at relative rotation graphs, which is a really good way to look at relative strength and momentum to the benchmark, which I'm using the S&P 500 as well as the other stocks. And they rotate around, in basically a clockwise fashion, picking up relative strength and momentum and then falling out of favor. So Deckers is the strongest in the group. Skechers and ON Holdings have been strong, but kind of losing the momentum and relative strength. Crocs just broke from a long-term triangle just about a month ago, and Nike's just been sucking wind. They got dropped from the pack, and they've got all sorts of issues in the company. There's some chatter that they're relying too much on the Air Jordan. They're not really doing much in the running area. There's some unhappiness within the company, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So you look over here on the weekly, Nike's trying to climb back, but it's not doing much. Skechers is coming on pretty good. ON lost some momentum, but is trying to hook back in the direction, as is Crocs. Deckers is rotating out here, and if we get a hook back up in weekly weakening, that'd be very strong. But as long as these three guys stay on the right, and if Skechers can join, they're all going to be outperforming Nike, which Nike chart looks terrible on the daily anyways, on the daily chart. And this is daily as well. So Skechers has come on recently, Crocs. This one is Steve Madden, ON. Started to move down here in the daily, but headed back, and Nike's just falling out of favor. So that's a 3 time frame look, monthly, weekly, daily on the relative rotations. Okay. I want to talk about earnings, and there's some confusion with it. Oh, that's our stock desk. Active ops is I'm not going to show you all the positions, but there's ON right there. We put it on at 30.69 and closed about 35. That's the stock desk that we keep here at Trading Analysis for members. We carry positions with real money and update it in real time. So here's ON, and if we look at the earnings, so it's Q1 of 24, and the estimate was for 555, and there's some confusion about what the reported earnings were. This company's DFU says is 581. Earnings Whisper also says it's 581. Barron's said it was 559 and not 581, 559. And it's funny, like I did a calculation, and the confusion comes from, because it's a Swiss-based company, is the conversion in the Swiss franc. And I took today's exchange rate, dollar Swiss, which is like 0.9050, and you divide it by 1, and then you multiply that by the Swiss francs, and it comes out to be like 560 million. So 560 million in revenue is from what I can tell is where it's at. And I was looking over here, on the investor site here, and from what I could tell, they're reporting in Swiss francs. They didn't give us the exchange rate they're using, but they're constantly referring to, the constant currency basis. The reason I'm bringing this up is, and focuses so much on it, is last quarter, Q4 23, the estimate was for 513 million in revenues. They reported 504. They missed. And then the EPS, they were looking to make estimate of 12 cents, reported a loss of 6 cents. And they came and they said it was the strength in the Swiss franc that hurt our earnings. And I said, okay, well, let's look at the relationship between the stock and dollar Swiss, the FX rate. So the purple highlighted is Q4 at 23. The white and blue is dollar Swiss selling off, which means dollar weakening, Swiss franc strengthening. And if you're an export-based company and your currency is strengthening compared to other currencies abroad, you're going to bring home less profits. And that's what the company said. Well, I said, okay, well, we're aware of that. And then if you look at dollar Swiss here overlaid on the stock itself, as soon as Q1 of 24 rolled in, dollar Swiss went on a rally, which means dollar strengthening, Swiss is weakening. I was like, well, that's not hard to see. And I used to trade FX for a hedge fund during the global financial crisis and was a senior technical analyst. So like I'm kind of comfortable with it. And the stock ripped. The stock has been going up. And then it went range bound. And then just today, this is the stock reporting earnings. Okay. So they didn't mention much on the impact, right? But of the FX market, but it's, I got to dive a little bit more into the report. And if we just look at, where the company is projected to go for revenues. So this is going to be quarterly revenues over the next, call it, into Q1 of 25. This is in dollars, right? So we just came out about 549 was expected. We'll see where this company updates overnight. It'll be 560 or 580. Looking to go 613, 686, 653, 707, right? So you can see the revenues increasing. You can see the margins increasing as well. They looks like they printed above a 60% margin, and that's a really, really high number. And you can see they're looking to bump up into the sixes. So margins are good. They have good marketing channels. They did really well in direct to consumer. So everything was hitting. FX, what's going on in the industry group. We understand the fundamentals, and then finally the technicals. Like stock's been kind of quiet. This is the weekly chart, and I'm thinking that this is a break. We almost closed above the August of 23 high. We definitely broke above trend line resistance, now holding support. If this is a wave 3, squared up against this wave 2, you want to do a fit projection of 3V1. The minimum, which is the 61% 3V1, is at $40, and then the 100% at 55. And that's a minimum, that's a shallow wave 3 target. Ideally, it's the 1618, and that's a lot higher from here, okay? But that would get you up to the old highs at 55. So here's our entry that we're carrying with TA customers, 34.31, stops at 31.25. We have resistance here. Our initial target is gonna be there, and we're gonna try to ride it up to new highs, okay? So that's ON. All right, I hope that helps, guys. It's really powerful when you can combine technicals and fundamentals We did it in Celsius. Celsius, I mean, today had an unbelievable day. I'll show you that real quick. And then I got to go. My wife is gone with my daughter. I got to take the kids to dinner. So I can hear them trouncing around upstairs. Celsius, same deal. I mean, we've been all over that stock. This one was up 5 and change today. Held some support, really good earnings in here. And then we're coming back up to the all-time highs in Celsius. Like, we should be able to reach for higher for resistance zones there. So anyways, hope that helps, guys. Good luck. Markets are quiet. CPI tomorrow, and I'll see you on the next video update. See ya. Hi, it's Todd from tradinganalysis.com. Thanks so much for watching.